face of it, you would think Mancinelli's Auto Repair is in the catbird seat. The business sits directly in the shadow of two enormous new developments, one on the left, one on the right, the cranes directly overhead now, so close that in the winter, Steve Mancinelli says he needs to watch for falling ice.
Yep, yes. Ice falling off the cranes, heavy equipment coming across the property, because the logistics of how they get this equipment in and out is pretty tenuous for them, but it can be very disruptive.
But he has been very cooperative, and one would think that the owners of both developments would be crawling over each other to snag Mancinelli's parcel. But he's received only one offer, and
they did make kind of a half-hearted offer, and we spoke over coffee, maybe 15 minutes, and that was the extent of it.
Not enough to cover his losses, he says. The other developer told 9 News they're not interested at all. But the latest problem looming for Mancinelli is a tax conundrum, fueled by the new developments now surrounding him, which will come with big-ticket rents.
I was told by supervisors at both locations that their studio apartments are going to begin at $1,900 a month.
Wow, so pretty high end.
It is.
And that means Mancinelli's property now sits in a high-rent district, and his taxes are starting to climb.
The assessed value, in essence, doubled in a 2-year period of time. So, that's going to double my property taxes as well.
And if his taxes keep going up,
it would definitely render this property, as far as a repair shop goes, is not best use.
Now caught in a dilemma, Mancinelli is wondering how long he can hang on.
I mean, for, all the time that I still have remaining, I mean, I'm not at retirement age, because I don't know what the heck else I'd do, this has been my life and I really enjoy it.
Trapped in a circumstance not of his own making, another Denver small business owner hopes to avoid being pushed aside by the relentless march of new development in a burgeoning city.
So sad.
Oh my gosh.
Complete transparency. He's our neighbor right across the street. We've been watching this big development go up, and really there's no bad guys here. I mean, development is development. Our city needs the space, so it's just one of those conundrums, as I said. Mancinelli says he would actually skip the buyout offer if his taxes would just stabilize. He doesn't mind paying his fair share, but he feels he's now being penalized simply because of all that's being built around him. However, one new key development that may change the game for Mancinelli is a tiny alley right next to his shop. If the city decides that these two big developers need access to their units, need central access down that alley, well, suddenly he's a player and back in the game for a buyout. But right now it's a struggle.
It's so unfortunate. I think you're right. I think a lot of people are thinking, oh, he's going to be doing so well.
He's going to mop up.
Great.
They need his footprint. That's what it means to be in the catbird seat, by the way. That's a really dated reference. Of course, what does that mean? But it looked like he was in the catbird seat or about to do very well, but not so much.
It's too bad that, it's too bad they can't grandfather him in, because he's been there for so long. It's a mom and pop shop. We want those to stay around.
Yeah, he's got a long time neighborhood business. Great guy.
Breaks for him, because you can tell he loves what he does, and he's like, I'm not retirement age yet, so what am I going to do?
Yeah. Meanwhile, you can come down and get an apartment right across the street from us and bring us breakfast in the morning.
$1,900 though?
Well, just bring us, a little breakfast.
Right.